And we just said, look, if they come over here, we're going to apprehend them and we're going to close the border. That's not really been done to the extent that I'm doing it, because I mean it. And I'll close it for a long time. And as far as trade is concerned, that's okay, because Mexico, frankly, has done very well with trade and the United States. So we would close it, and we'll keep it closed if we're going to have a problem. We'll keep it closed for a long period of time.
Productive citizens and, helping society.
I would say the violence is very strong. We have over 500 people that are serious criminals and gang members, and it's a tough situation. We just don't want that in our country, and we're keeping it in Mexico, and Mexico's done a very good job. But a lot of the law enforcement people from Mexico have been very seriously injured. They've been badly hurt. You saw what happened yesterday. If you look at Tijuana, where not only the mayor, but a lot of the people were interviewed saying, hey, these are rough people. You start talking to them and they punch you in the face. We don't want that in our country.
All right, Shalom Akim, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, double honors to my apostles, elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to you fellow Akim out there pushing out this word of truth and sincerity. Also, peace, to all you believers out there throughout the four corners of the earth. And basically, I want to do a video going into Jacob trouble. It's pretty much, it's brewing. Jacob's trouble, which Jacob symbolizes you Israelites. Now, what I want to talk about is this caravan coming up from South and Central America, which is full of nothing but Israelites, confused Israelites at that are trying to come to the United States. And you see Trump with the video I put in the post-production, how Trump said, hey, look, we'll shut down the borders. Okay, we're not going to allow these thugs and these gang members, these drug cartels, to come into our country illegally, which this place, America, was set up illegally. It was set up by taking land, robbing land, destroying people, murdering people, raping, seizing other people's lands that's not theirs. Okay, so America is a hypocrite when it comes to that. And these Israelites, Issacharites, Zebulonite, Asherites, they want to come up, Naphtali, they want to come up to America thinking that they're going to have a better time in America. They're just coming up there so they can be slaves. They want to worship the so-called white man. And what's happening is their lover is turning their back on them. And you can definitely see that Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. Okay, Esau, he called the military, or he's shooting smoke gas. Okay, he has blockades. Okay, and this is only going to intensify, and this spirit is throughout the whole planet Earth. Why? Because we're in the last days, and the Most High, he's brewing the spirit of Jacob's trouble. Okay, these last days that are going to happen, these last days, which are going to intensify in violence, famine, pestilences, they're really for Jacob's trouble. Okay, they're really for you Israelites to be tried. Okay, let me bring out a scripture. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now that Jacob's trouble is talking about the trouble of you Israelites. Okay, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, the Most High is setting the stage for the so-called white man, the devil, to come down on you with great wrath. And you can see through his technology, his military technology at that he's going to destroy you Israelites. A lot of you Israelites are going to be put to death. And this is not a so-called a new occurrence, because he's already been rounding you Israelites up, putting you in detention centers. Okay, throughout Texas, California, he has these detention centers. Okay, unmarked warehouses where he's storing your children. He's taking your children away from you. All right, no telling what he's doing in those detention centers. So they're already on the books. Okay, and since you're illegal, so to speak, all right, you have no documentation, no papers. All right, you're pretty much you don't exist. So as you try to come into this country, the so-called white man is going to show you that he's not for you, which you Israelites down there, especially you Northern Kingdom Israelites, you worship the so-called white man through the image of Cesar Borgia, okay, who you believe is Jesus Christos or Jesus Christ, okay. Yeah, so the Most High, he's gonna intensify the amount of hell that he's gonna place upon you. Why? Because when the Lord, when he put his hand out there to show you mercy, you slapped it away from him. Okay, this is Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt. Now Egypt, this is a modern day Egypt, a Babylon. And there's just, I mean, it's so bad down in their country because of the destabilization that Babylon has created throughout the whole planet Earth. But really, you want to put yourself in more slavery by coming over here to America. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You Israelites down there, you trust in Egypt, you trust in America. You believe that coming to America, you're going to be able to start a family. You're going to be able to escape extreme poverty, escape gun violence and drug violence. When you're really coming into the belly of the beast. A lot of you Israelites, you're going to get judged here in America, even if you make it that far. Okay, because the borders are going to be shut down. And you can see, that's what Trump said. He said it in a video, say, look, we'll shut down the borders. Okay, we're not going to allow you people to come into the country illegally, which this system was set up illegally. All right, verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's right. So you trusting in the so-called white man, you screaming to Trump to help me. Okay, help me save my children. Okay, in Spanish all over the TV. I just want to find my children. That's going to be a shame and confusion unto you. All right, because the so-called white man, he doesn't care for you Israelites. Okay, he doesn't mourn for you Israelites. All right, he doesn't feel any type of way for you Israelites when you get put to death or when you're in a hard situation. Okay, that's your problem, and you can see that. So you trying to trust in America, you trusting in the power structure of America, that's going to be your shame and your confusion. And what's happening is that you're seeing it. So this Jacob's trouble is brewing to do what? To judge a lot of you wicked Israelites. See, a lot of you Israelites in Jacob's trouble are going to get put to death, and you don't even know why you're coming to the land of you don't even know why you're coming to the land of America. You're coming to the land of America really to be destroyed, to fulfill prophecy. Okay? Let me bring out this scripture. This is Daniel 12:1. But let me find another scripture. Give me a second. Yeah, let me bring that out first. You know, because you Israelites are all on the TV pleading for people to come help you. And you can, when you watch these videos, these YouTube videos or these news articles, and you look at the comment section, what do you see? You see nothing but derogatory and racist comments, racist remarks, inflammatory comments, talking about kill them, kill the illegals. Don't let these people come into our country and mess it up. Good for them. They don't even seem like they're in poverty. This is all a scam. It's all a setup to overtake us and take our jobs, to mess up our economy. So that goes to show you the sentiment of America, of the American people. Okay, really, I'm talking about, okay, the so-called white man here in America. They believe that this is their country and that they have the power to let who they want to come in the country. Okay, this is Jeremiah 15:5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? So like I said, when you watch these videos and you look at the comment section, there's no pity. There is no pity for you Israelites. Okay, the so-called white man doesn't pity you. Who shall bemoan thee? Who's going to cry for you? Who's going to feel sorry for you? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Nobody is doing that. That's why the so-called white man is not allowing you into his country. And this is just a prelude, okay, to the coming times when things are really going to get turned up. Okay, and Trump said that they'll use extreme force on the migrants. Okay, he calls them illegal aliens, on the migrants, which California was part of Mexico, Texas, okay, New Mexico, all these so-called southwestern states, they were all part of Mexico before they were ripped away by what? By the violence of the sword. This is what the so-called white man has done. And he doesn't bring this up. He doesn't bring up how he has destroyed nations, how he has destroyed you Israelites, how he has destabilized Central and South America. And this is the reason why you want to come up. It's because everything is destabilized. The governments are nothing but puppets. And if they're not puppets, they govern for a reward, you know. This is not for the people. The people are the ones who are suffering. So I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah 15:5. Who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Nobody's going to have pity upon any of you Israelites. And, you know, I'm primarily focusing on the northern tribe. Which the northern tribe, they love the so-called white man. They believe that they are so-called white people. So now you're being bamboozled when you come up here and there is no love. You have nothing but gas masks. Okay, you have water cannons, blockades, okay, armed guards, okay, rounding you and your children up. Or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? And you don't see anybody going aside to ask how you Israelites down there that are trying to escape extreme poverty, okay, cartel violence, gun violence, drug violence. Nobody's taking you in with open arms. Really, what they're doing, they're blocking you from coming over. Thou hast forsaken me, said the Lord, thou art gone backwards. So this is because you have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so you're receiving your judgment. Therefore will I stretch out my hand against thee to destroy thee. I am weary with repenting. You see? So the Most High, he's using these caravans to try to come to America to do what? To destroy you. Just as a couple of months ago, it was found out that the Americans had these undisclosed locations where they were keeping children away from their families, or in these detention centers, in cages. Okay, that's how the so-called white man thinks of you, as animals. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land. I will bereave them of children. Let's look at this word bereave. The word is shakal. It says, oh, that's spirit. This is on point right here. The word is shakal, and it means to be bereaved, make childless, miscarry. Okay? To make childless, to cause barrenness, show barrenness or abortion. Now, in this case, all right, let me go down here in the Strong's definition. It says to miscarry, suffer abortion, bereave, cast, childless, deprive, destroy, expect, right here, lose children. See? Oh, miscarry, rob of children, spoil. And is this not what is happening and is happening? What has happened and is happening right now as we speak? The so-called white man locking, taking away children away from their mothers, away from their fathers, and then sending them to undisclosed locations. And you have no idea when you're going to see your children. And who's doing that? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is doing that. Okay? He's bereaving you of children. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land. I will bereave them of children. Okay, so he's going to make you childless. Because a lot of your children, okay, in those long voyages that you come to try to escape poverty, they're going to die. Okay, they're going to die at the borders. They might get hit with a gas, what's it called? A gas canister in the head, get killed, get hit with a water cannon. I'm talking about the small children. They're not going to have pity, okay, on any of you Israelites. I will destroy my people since they have now returned from their ways. See? So the Most High is destroying you. And he's having you Israelites from South and Central America believe that you're going to escape your situation there. And basically you're coming into a worse situation. Let's bring out that scripture. Give me a second. Let me find it. This is Amos 5:18. Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord, or what ends it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So we're coming into the day of the Lord, and Jacob's trouble is just a prelude until the full day of the Lord is manifested, which is total destruction of America. Okay, and parts of Mexico is going to get hit, which a lot of you Israelites are trying to flee into America, which is all biblical prophecy, because this is the place that you're going to receive your judgment. And as a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, so you leave one country to try to escape, okay, the situation down there, okay, and you're met with even a greater, if not greater, danger, okay, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Okay, so there's no escaping the day of the Lord. If the Most High, if he wants to judge you, all right, he's going to judge you. And this is what's happening. You Israelites, starting with you Northern Kingdom, are going to be judged. Which a lot of you Southern Kingdom, you so-called Negroes, that's going to happen. It's going to intensify with you too. Okay, you had Trump not too long ago say that he's not opposed to sending the National Guard to Chicago because of all the violence. And he deems you Israelites as bad people, okay? Which you are doing bad. And the Most High is the one that's sicking the so-called white man his sword upon you, okay? He's the one that's going to bereave you of children, make you childless, okay? And that's part of the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay, out of the Lord, he was going to separate you, okay? It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it. Okay, and you Latin tribes, you are totally given into Satan. Okay, idol worship. Let me read this. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and meat offerings, and will not accept them, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard peace offerings of your fat beasts. So any offering that you send up to the Most High, any prayer that you send up to the Most High, any sweet savor, any day that you set aside to worship your God that you believe that is a power, well, the Most High, he's not hearing that. That's why you come up to America and you even suffer even more great perils. Okay? Take thou away from me the noise of the song of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. See? So the Most High, he's letting judgment run down on you Israelites. Okay? And Trump and his administration, and you have so-called white nationalists that patrol the borders, okay, free of charge. Okay, with so-called assault rifles, snipers. All right, and they kill you Israelites. You so-called Mexicans and Salvadorians. Okay? So Esau is all about destroying you Israelites. Okay? Let me bring out this scripture real quick. And in Genesis, because this is just a battle of Jacob versus Esau. Okay? Esau is the so-called white man, the so-called white race. And Jacob are you Israelites. Okay? From whatever perspective tribe that you're from. So I'm gonna go right to the point. You can read Genesis the 27th chapter to get more understanding. And basically, it was Jacob and Esau. Esau was the first son. He was supposed to get the blessing and the birthright, but he sold the birthright to Jacob, and then Jacob supplanted Esau by getting the blessing from his father. So Esau, he got butthurt. So this is a transgenerational, this hatred. Okay, this perpetual hatred that Esau has for us. Okay, and that word perpetual, okay, one of those definitions means ancient, okay, or old. So this old hatred that Esau has is manifested. It's always been manifest, but now the Most High is going to even make it more clear. He's going to make it more plain that the so-called white man hates you. So this is Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob's because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. So Esau, he hates us. He hates us because we have the blessing. Okay, we were blessed with melanin. We were blessed with the spirit. Okay, and we were blessed with the blessing. Okay, and the birthright, which is what? A dominion over the whole planet Earth. For Esau to be our servant. As of right now, we are Esau's servant, but really, his blessing, right, was to serve us. So that blessing is going to be manifested. But before that, Esau, he's going to go all crazy. He's going to go crazy and try to what? He's going to try to destroy you Israelites. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So this is pretty much what's happening is Esau, he's done with all that mourning, man. He's just going to he's going to go all out. Okay. He's going to go all out on you Israelites. And he's going to try to do that to the men of the Lord, but the Most High, he's going to protect the men of the Lord. But you Israelites that have rejected Yahweh Shema Shai, you Israelites that have rejected the words of the prophets, you're going to get caught out there, and you're not going to have any protection. Okay, first and foremost, you have rejected the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. And we know according to the scriptures that that name is a strong tower. Okay? Let me bring that out real quick. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord. So the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is his son's name, and his name. Okay, because that's the way that you come to the Father is through the Son. You have acknowledged the Son. The name of Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shemar Kakwadash, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So when the so-called white man comes in as a flood, which we see that all these things that he's doing, all these policies that he's making, all these statements that you have guys like Trump and his cabinet are making. Okay, you see the spirit of Esau that wants to destroy you Israelites. His hatred is intensifying because he's getting pushed out of his own country, so to speak. So he's going to fight tooth and nail to try to get his country back. And if he has to kill millions upon millions of Israelites to do that, that's not going to stop him. He's not going to he's not going to lose sleep over it. Okay? So you Israelites that don't have the name of the Lord, when he comes in, you're not going to be protected. But who are going to be protected? The elect. Okay? So the elect, they're going to suffer a lot of these different things, but they're going to suffer these things for what? To be tried and to be found worthy. Okay? Because they're going to put their trust in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. And we're in the western hemisphere. Okay? And its glory from the rising of the sun. Look, the sun rises in the east. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, and we see this, okay, the prudency of the elect see that the enemy is about to come in like a flood. And these occurrences as, or I should say these events, like the caravan coming up from Central and South America, we see that the enemy is about to come in like a flood. He's setting the stages. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So we're going to have protection in that day. But you Israelites, 2/3 of you are not going to have protection in that day. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. And we read that in Jeremiah the 30th chapter. It's Jacob's trouble. All these things are set up for Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. So this is going to be a time like never before. And your lover, the so-called white man, he's going to show you his horns. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that is found, that shall be found written in the book. Okay, and that's only going to be 1/3. Okay, that's not going to be the whole entirety of the nation. Okay, the Most High is only dealing with his remnant. Okay, and 2/3 of you you're going to get caught up in Jacob's trouble, and this is part of it. A lot of you migrants, you're going to try to flee from Venezuela, because Venezuela is just riddled with all types of poverty. Okay, Mexico, Venezuela, okay, Peru, okay, all these Central and South American countries, Brazil. You're going to try to come up to what? You're going to try to come up to America, all right, and you're going to be destroyed in America if you are not part of that number. And many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. That dust of the earth meaning the confusion, because we all were Gentiles at one point in time of our life. We weren't privy to the fact that we were Israelites. We had to wake up. The Most High, he had to wake us up. So that dust represents confusion. So many are going to what? They're going to awake out of that dust, out of that confused state of thinking that they're a so-called Hispanic or a so-called Negro. Okay, some to everlasting life. So some are going to wake up to the truth, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Some are not going to wake up to the truth. They're going to reject it, and they're going to have that shame and that contempt for a very long time. You know, which is all going to diminish. Okay, let me bring out this scripture and then we'll wrap it up. This is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. And a lot of you Israelites, this land is talking about America. So 2/3 of the Israelites here in America are going to be cut off and die. And what you're seeing a large influx of Israelites from these different countries try to come up to America. So it's either going to be for your salvation or it's either going to be for your destruction. Okay? Even if you can even make it past the border. Okay? A lot of you are going to just get gunned down at the border. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. The third is talking about the remnant, the elect. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. And that's the fire that the elect go through on a daily basis. And the ultimate fire is when they get actually brought through this nuclear destruction. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. See how that name is very important? We read the scripture in Proverbs the 18th chapter, how the name is a strong tower. So you Israelites that are calling on different names, okay, Jesus or whatever God that you Israelites call on, which I'm primarily focusing on you Latin tribes, which the Lord is just going to destroy a lot of you Latin tribes, and we can see that. Okay, you just look pitiful. Okay, you just got a pitiful look on your face. Or you really believe that the so-called white man is going to save you? You're the man. Okay, the so-called white man is not going to save you. Okay. They shall call on my name and I will hear them. So the only way for you to call on that name is for you to know that name and believe in that name. So when all hell breaks loose, the remnant, they're going to call on that name. And what is the Most High going to do? He's going to hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. See? So that's how things are going to go down, basically. It's either you're elected to be saved or you're elected to be destroyed. And we're seeing that you Israelites from these different countries, you're coming over to America really to receive your judgment. Okay, whether your judgment is a judgment unto righteousness or a judgment unto the wicked. Okay, to receive your reward. All right, and you're going to receive your reward according to all the things that you have done. Okay, let's see something real quick. Yeah, so that was basically it. Pretty much, Jacob's trouble is brewing. Okay, and you can see it. You know what? Let me think that's Proverbs. Give me a second. Yep, this is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. So we foresee evil, Jacob's trouble. Okay, Jacob's that word evil means bad time, or trouble means bad time. So we foresee this bad time coming. Okay, it's fastly approaching. It's already here. It's just going to intensify and hide of himself. And how do you hide yourself? You hide yourself under the secret place of the Most High, which is His name. But the simple pass on and are punished. So you simple Israelites, you're going to be punished. Okay, a lot of you Latin tribes, you're just going to get put to death. And who's going to do it? Your evil twin brother Esau, the one, your lover. Okay, so we see that. So we the hopeful elect, we're going to depend on Yahweh Shemashai in that day, okay, and not the so-called white man. We're not going to stay or rely on Egypt, okay, or Pharaoh, the so-called white man here, okay. So I pray that you brothers were edified with the lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Until next time, shalom to the elect.